Every Bluey fan knows that the series is full of details, but had you noticed that in the episode Butterflies, Bandit ends up knocking over an amulet? After Bluey sticks her bracelet on Bandit's tail, it seems like things wouldn't be good for him. After he finished setting up the swing, he went to pick up the clothes from the clothesline, but Bluey throws all the clothes on the grass while looking for Bingo. Then, Judo passes by and scares Bandit, making him drop the clothes everywhere. And at the end of the episode, the three hunters attack the dad, making the clothes fly everywhere. It seems that bracelet on Bandit's tail brought him nothing but bad luck, especially when Chilli finds out that the clothes are all dirty. Check out with us now the 20 details in Bluey that nobody noticed. Another thing no one noticed happens when the healers go to the supermarket to do some shopping, and Bluey, Bingo, and Chilli pass by Winton and Cornelius. We notice that Winton is holding a hot dog, which has already been bitten, and his father is holding two hot dogs, one bitten and one not. So clearly, he was taking the third hot dog to someone, but the question is, to whom? And you probably have no idea, but for 2 years, this question remained unanswered. That's because only at the Bluey Fest launch, a marathon of 100 episodes of Bluey that were broadcast on the ABC Kids channel, did we get the answer. In one of the artworks to promote the event, we can see Cornelius handing the same hot dog to Mrs. Terrier while holding the bitten hot dog in the other hand. Important detail, the episode where we see Cornelius and Winton at the supermarket aired in 2021. Good thing the hot dog didn't spoil. And it really seems that hot dogs are Cornelius's favorite food, because we see him eating the same thing in other episodes. For example, in the cinema episode, he's holding a hot dog in one hand and popcorn in the other. In the market episode, when Bluey buys the apple he was selling, he asks Winton to take the $5 and buy a large hot dog for him. Watch out for calories, Cornelius. The character that appears in the movie Bluey watches at the cinema representing a leopard looks a lot like the jumpsuit Brandy gives Bingo as a gift in the episode Jackets, which may suggest that Brandy might have watched the same movie and got the idea to buy the Radley bra and leopard costumes because of it. Speaking of the Jackets episode, where we meet Brandy, we can notice a detail that practically no one noticed. When Brandy, Chilli, and Bluey are inside the car protecting themselves from Bingo, the leopard version of Bingo delivers the coup de grace to Bandit. But later, when Bingo sneaks in through the car trunk and scares all three of them, we see them rushing out of the car. The detail is that for Brandy to get out of the car, she needs to step on top of Bandit. That's because he was pretending to be, you know. So, the show doesn't show it, but she definitely must have stepped on poor Papa Healer. I seriously feel sorry for Bandit sometimes. And it really seems that Bingo's connection with wild felines is really strong, even without her realizing it, because Mackenzie's mom had already painted Bingo herself as a wild feline, only this time as a tiger. And she and her victim, her dad, walked through the park hand in hand when Bingo was already a violent feline. Maybe she wasn't hungry that day. Now, let's talk about something many Bluey fans still have no idea about. Did you know that the outfit Chilli wears during the game played in the episode Sleepover is actually part of Chilli's work uniform? Because, contrary to what many people believe, Chilli's profession is not being a mother. In fact, she works in the security department at Brisbane Airport. So the cap she wears during the game is actually an item she really wears in her daily life while the girls are at school. And since many people had no idea that Bluey's mom is a security authority, let's give a shout out to the girl's mom and comment #Chilli down below. In the Ragdoll episode, the 24th of the 3rd season, something very curious happens. Bluey finds $10 on the laundry room floor. But when she goes to tell her dad along with Bingo, he simply takes the money and puts it between him and the couch. But soon after, when he gets up, the $10 bill is no longer there. What happened to it? Since Bandit and actually almost no one in Bluey wears clothes, do they have invisible pockets? And this isn't the first time this has happened, because in the Phones episode, Chilli does basically the same thing. She takes her phone and then puts it away, as if there were pockets between the characters' fur. This is definitely a question I'd like to ask the creators of the series. How many pockets does each dog in Bluey have? And are they at the back, or are there pockets in the front too? Although it may not seem like it nowadays, apparently Bandit was a great athlete in the past. In the Dad Robot episode, we have confirmation of that. When Chilli and the girls are doing maintenance at the Dad Robot's equipment, if we look back, we'll see a trophy with the number 1 and a rugby ball next to it. That would explain Bandit's dreams, where he's simply reliving his glory moments in the past when he played rugby with his brothers and friends. Good times, huh, Bandit? But now a doubt arises. Is that ball on the shelf next to the best player trophy the same one we see in the double babysitter episode, when Uncle Joe and Frisky are saying goodbye along with Bandit and Chilli? Since almost everything in Bluey often interconnects, I wouldn't doubt it. But honestly, I'd love to see an episode about the story of how that ball got there. Wouldn't you? Returning to talk about the trophy, there's another possibility. In the transformation episode, when Bluey and Bingo make their dad go down the stairs in a very unconventional way, he passes by several photos on the wall. And one of them is of Chilli holding a trophy. And apparently it's also a first place trophy, which she may have won playing field hockey, which she loves so much. So, are there two trophies, or did Bandit only win his trophy in his dreams? We know that both Bluey and Bingo love to draw. But did you notice that in the same episode we just talked about, Double Babysitter, when the girls are playing 20 questions with both babysitters, behind them there's a drawing stuck to the wall. And in this drawing, we can see drawn versions of both Bluey and Bingo. The question is, from the details of the drawing, which of the two puppies do you think made it? I think it was Bingo. What about you? If you've made it this far, you're definitely a Bluey fan. So, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss our next videos about cartoons and animated movies. Going back to talking about pockets and dog fur, I'm starting to believe more and more that they're real, since in the same episode, we see Frisky taking Uncle Joe's car keys to play Catch the Mouse, as if they were cats with the flashlight on the keychain. Speaking of cats, did you notice that so far no real cat has appeared in the series? Of course, there are plush cats in Bluey's house, not to mention the Cat Squad, which seems to be the most famous cartoon series in Bluey's world, but when it comes to real cats, none have been seen so far. But thinking about it, it would be really strange to see dogs having pet cats, don't you think? Speaking of pets, did you know that the Healers have one at home? And it's even canonical. We meet him in the official Bluey game. When we're walking through the family's house, we see an aquarium and a small reddish fish inside, which means he's a family pet. But we haven't seen him in any episodes yet. In the Ragdoll episode, we also noticed a small detail that very few people have noticed. When Bluey and Bingo try to get Bandit, the doll version, through the door, we can notice a painting on the wall. Many think it would be socks in it, but it's actually Stripe. But he's not alone, because we can see that Bandit and Joe are bothering him in some way since he looks angry. This shows that it wasn't just Bandit who teased the younger brother, but both Bandit and Joe. Unfortunately, younger siblings go through this a lot. I'm the youngest, and I know how it is. In the same episode, we also noticed that at the top of the stairs, next to the long toy dog Easter egg, we see a sticker of Planet Earth. This is the same type of sticker that's on the Healer's car seat, and it's almost coming off. It might even be the same sticker that the girls took off the wall and put on the seat. And because it's not very sticky, it might be coming off. By the way, in the Bob Bilby episode, we can see that none of those stickers were there, which is really cool because it shows the continuity sense that Bluey's show has and how things really change according to the daily life of the Bluey family. Still talking about Bandit's belly slide down the stairs, which is something you should never try at home, we noticed one more cool thing that happens during the event. We know that the Healers love tennis balls, and we also know that they have a picture frame with a photo of a solitary tennis ball on the beach. But when Bandit is going down, we pass by the same tennis ball frame on the beach twice. The Bluey family really loves tennis balls more than anything else. And I have to be honest, I don't like tennis balls that much, but I definitely love watching Bluey episodes. That's something I never get tired of doing. And since we know you enjoy watching a good video, we've picked these two that are showing up for you. The first one is really great. Highly recommend it.